What's good? It is Sam here. It is the 22nd of December 2018, and I wanted to talk about my education, my formal education. So I went to the University of Rochester, which is a top 50 business school in the world, especially when you're looking at it from a finance standpoint. I believe some of the places that rank them put them in the top 25 in the world, but we'll just say top 50. And I've got over $100,000 of student loan debt. So was that worth it? And would I do that over again? Well, yes, I would definitely do it over again. The way I paid for it might be different, but I would definitely do it over again. I am the person I am today because of what I've gone through, not necessarily because of the skills I learned or the knowledge that I gained from the classes, but through the process of getting to know myself and understand what success means to me and what is important to me. And I wouldn't trade that. Like, I love my life. I love everything about my life. I wouldn't trade that and go back and change that by any means. I don't think that $100,000 is a terrible lot of money, but I still have $100,000 of student loan debt, and I have a negative net worth. If you look at my the last video I made, or one of the last videos I made in terms of tracking my net worth, but I definitely think that is worthwhile. At one point in time, being homeschooled my whole entire life, if the excuse that I was using was that I didn't have the proper education, right? Everybody else went to school. I was homeschooled. I didn't realize that was actually my strength, not that, and I was calling it a weakness when in reality it was the opposite. The story I was telling myself was that I needed more education, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go to a top 50 school, and the education doesn't. That's not what it is, but it's the process of learning more about myself, learning more about what makes me successful in my own eyes. Like, I don't need to say that I went to a top school to call myself successful. I don't need to make $650,000 to call myself successful. Like, my own happiness and fulfillment comes from a different place than how much money I make. And as that has grown and shifted within inside of me, the amount of transformation in terms of my personal growth has been tremendous. And I wouldn't trade that. Like, why would I trade that? I would be in a completely different spot if I went back and redid that. And yes, it could be better, but it could be worse. And I don't see anything wrong or dissatisfying with where I currently am, so why would I want to go back and change that? I love exactly where I am at this point in my life. I don't know what your thoughts are. I wouldn't, if I had a kid, or if I was talking to somebody who was in my shoes at that moment, I think having a clear understanding and a dialogue and putting some thought into what it is that might make me happy, or that person happy if they were about to make that decision, would be a valuable exercise to undertake, to really understand the things that are out there. When you grow up and all your friends are doing this, or this is what your parents have told you, there may not seem that there's 800 million other options for you to take that could be far more satisfying and fulfilling for you as you move forward in life. And I think that is actually where the most value comes from in my journey, is like when I undertook those conversations in my mind, when I would actually talk about those things. Anyways, I feel like I might be rambling at this point, so I'm going to stop this video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you press that subscribe button as well as that bell notification if you would like to get notified every time I post a new video. I am tracking my journey of getting to $100 a day online. I've already made 20 in the last about 55 days. So if you want to see me get to $100 a day so that you can do that yourself, or if you just want to support me, then make sure you press that subscribe button as well as that bell notification. There'll be a couple links in the description, one for Instagram. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram, or if you want to support the channel and you have purchases to make on Amazon, use my link down below in the description. It doesn't cost you anything. It just takes some of that profit out of Amazon's giant bucket and puts it into my teeny little bucket. And thank you so much. Peace.